Mr. Light is here with I've changed it now, Mr. Light's unscripted reviews. I want to point this out because I think when I do my Time Hollow review, I feel like I should really say it's unscripted. There's no script, I'm just coming up top of my head. And you might have noticed the introduction's changed a bit. I am going to spoil things for those who want to know what the game is about all the way through. Well, not all the way through, I can't remember all of it. But those who want to know about the game can just come to this video and say what they think. And if they don't like the spoilers, just don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Anyway, on to the topic at hand. Today I'm going to be going over Lollipop Chainsaw. Yes, a Lollipop Chainsaw. You might know that. You've seen the box of it at the front of the video. It's a game made by a young person. I don't know if he is young, but there again, it's a bit awkward when you realise the state of what the game is. But called Suda51, who has made games like Killer 7, No More Heroes, Shadows of the Damned, Killer is Dead, and Lollipop Chainsaw, and a couple of other things. So Lollipop Chainsaw I have finished. I platinumed it. You probably see on my channel there's the platinum trophy obtaining. Now let me give my thing about the game. I'm going to give an unscripted opinion about the game and things like that. First, let me go over the story, and you'll realise just how weird this is. Cheerleader fights zombies with chainsaw. That's about the best description you're going to get of this game. Spear Witch, there's one other thing. She's with the support of the head of her boyfriend, who is just ahead because he was turned into a zombie. She beheaded him and cast a spell on him, so he lives on as a head. It's really whacked up. And there's a lot of stuff in the game that you just think, okay, this is just getting ridiculous. Like, like where you have things like the Nick shoot, where you can turn your chainsaw into a blaster and blast Nick's head at an enemy to grog them. I'll talk about grogging soon. And it just goes, the story just gets whacked. Especially when it's the main character, Juliet, she's the cheerleader. It's her birthday, she's going to celebrate it. Zombies attack the school. And the villain is this really weird guy who just, I think what it is, he loved Juliet, and because she went on with Nick, he just lost his mind, and everyone hated him, and he just couldn't take it anymore. So what did he decide to do? Make a bunch of zombies and take over the entire world. Pretty sure that's not what you do. And the idea is there are 7 stages, the prologue and 6 others. At each stage you run through it, fighting zombies, doing mini-games, and at the end you fight one of the bigger zombies, one of the really big one, a higher-ups basically. There's only one giant one. And then and just go through it, beat the boss, and that's it. But you won't get the platinum. Like I did. Now, what I gotta say about the plot all in general is it's weird, it's wacky, and Juliet just makes the whole thing really bizarre. Because Juliet is the sort of character who you can't take seriously. You cannot. She's insanely... I'm trying to think of a word to use that wouldn't be offensive, but honestly, she's a bit of a nutcase. And Nick, her boyfriend, the head, he's kind of trying to be the sensible one, but to be honest, I think sometimes Juliet rubs off on him, which is not a good thing. And the conversation between them do get a bit hectic at times, and Juliet has a habit of saying some very weird things. And I do like the game, though. The story, honestly, for me, it's not something I focused on. I was more interested in the gameplay, but I'll get to why I second thought that as I went through it. So yeah, the story, it's not bad. It's not a bad story. But it's a Suda 51 game. You can expect it to be a bit over the top at times. When it comes to the gameplay now, this is where the game goes downhill a bit. First off, the 7 levels you go through are about... Some of them take about half an hour, maybe 40 minutes to go through. They can take a while. And as you go through them, you got to... They're mini-games, and I think the only ones I remember fully are Zombie Basketball and Zombie Baseball. Both of which, in my opinion, are stupid. The Zombie Basketball, you have to kill zombies with your chainsaw, their heads will go in the basket, score more than the opponents in the time limit. It's really awkward. I just found it so annoying, just like in the way of me progressing from that point, because I just didn't like it. Because I didn't like the minigames. The Zombie Baseball, where Nick is on one of the zombie bodies, he runs around the pitch. You gotta literally get him to all the way around 3 times while killing the zombies with your chainsaw blaster. He not only is very slow moving, he makes like a pose every time he reaches one of the stands, and the zombies really get on my nerves. So yeah, that's annoying. And as it goes along in the game, there's a lot of moments where the zombies will come at you, or there's a citizen that needs saving. And the thing is, you've got to save every civilian in the game to get the true ending. Or at least the happy ending. Now, I managed to succeed in that. Wasn't easy, but I did it. But here's the thing. The combat is rubbish. That's the one thing I can say. I do not like the combat in this game. Your chainsaw is not very effective, especially early on. You barely do any damage. So what you gotta do is take your pom-poms, you know, what cheerleaders use, and pom-pom the enemies to grog them so they get dizzy. Then when you use a chainsaw, it kills them instantly. And if you get multiple at the same time, you get extra zombie medals that you can spend on upgrades. First off, the chainsaw attacks are very pathetic. They really are stiff. They're not much with impact. I do not feel an impact when you hit a zombie with a chainsaw. It doesn't feel like a chainsaw. It's really rubbish in my opinion. It doesn't feel like I'm hitting with a chainsaw. It feels like I'm hitting with a bat. And that's being kind. Secondly, the grogging mechanics. Okay, I got really annoyed because I was bashing zombies with my pom-poms. And I wasn't grogging her. It really got on my nerves, so I quit for a while. Then I found out. Flying kicking the enemy with your pom-poms, I don't ask, you fly pom-pom kick, will grog him straight away. I thought to myself, that's really what I gotta do. So I went through the game basically using that move all the time to grog them, then kill them instantly. I think to myself, it just feels like a total annoyance to do that all the time. Sometimes the amount of zombies you fight gets really aggressive, especially on hard mode. The zombies are really aggressive. In fact, I played on easy, and I beat the game. Went on to hard mode. There was a big difference in how the zombies can be. I died so many times on hard mode. And the boss battles, I think the only ones that I think had any interest were the first two. That is the Rocker Zombie and the Viking Zombie. They were the only ones that I thought were really good. The final boss, Killer Billy, wow. I didn't see it as that much of a really interesting final boss. Yeah, I know it was a giant zombie, so people thought that'd be cool. No, I didn't like it. I would have preferred it if I just thought, like, I don't know. Put it this way. I think if Swan was the boss, I would have fought him, but I think Swan was the one that turned into Killer Billy. I think I prefer to fight Swan himself and beat him up for what he did. I don't really think Killer Billy is a good final boss. And the final level, racing down the road while Killer Billy attacks you, I hated that level. I really hated it. He fires his lasers on you in multiple areas. It's really difficult, especially on hard mode. But all in all, the game is good. Story-wise, you'll probably find it a bit wacky, a bit funny. And you will say, yeah, this is a Suda51 game. The gameplay, there are moments in the gameplay it's funny. Like, my favourite part is when I'm in a combine harvester running over zombies while the song You Spin Me Right Round is playing in the background. I love that moment. But the mini games are kind of not brilliant. I don't think they're that fun. They're actually just like, they're sort of like they're in the way. They're not exactly fun at all. I think there's only like 3 minigames, 2 of basketball, 1 of baseball in the whole game. That's it. But all in all, that as well. And the combat is rubbish. The combat, I think, is the worst part of the game. It's stiff. There's some moments where grogging it's annoying because of the way you gotta keep flying kick. And whenever I try to fly kick an enemy, Juliet just flies kick in the wrong direction I wanted to go. Really annoying. But in my opinion, the game is not bad. But I won't call it brilliant. In fact, I think it's one of Suda51's lesser games. But actually it is rather entertaining with the characters. Juliet's family are quite entertaining. The conversation between Nick and Juliet are rather silly, they're rather comical. And the amount of the zombies are really... They're zombies, what do you expect? So yeah, if I recommend this game, honestly, the amount you have in the game and the amount of stuff you do, I'd say it's a rental. I don't think you should... I think, buy it if it's cheap, but honestly, I don't think it's worth a lot of money. I'd say, if it's like a $5, buy it, because, yeah, it's worth a $5. Not any more than that, I don't think. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but all in all, I wouldn't pay a lot of money for this, because I think the whole game can probably take about 5 to 6 hours to finish the whole plot. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you all for tuning in. See you guys next time.